Welcome Wolfpack to our tutorial series for OnAir Airline Manager. OnAir Airline Manager is a program that works with various flight simulators, including Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020, which is the one that I use. Make no mistake, you do not need a flight simulator program to play OnAir Airline Manager, as it is a standalone real-time strategy game as well. Today we're going to discuss everything involving renting and purchasing aircraft and how I select the aircraft that I use in the Wolfpack Airlines series that is currently on the channel. Please don't forget to hit that subscribe button and smash that like button as well, as we will be doing several on-air tutorials, including check rides, hiring employees, and how I choose to make money in on-air. In addition, we have our Wolfpack Airlines series that I mentioned before, where we incorporate Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020 into the OnAir Airline Manager to make what I think is a really fun series. I am definitely having a lot of fun playing them both. I will leave a link in the description and pinned comment down below if you would like to check out that series. After jumping into OnAir, you perform the tutorial mission, and after the completion of that mission, you're given a Cessna 172 Skyhawk to use as a startup aircraft for your airline. This aircraft is great for getting started, but you will soon want to upgrade to something bigger that can carry more passengers and cargo, and this is where I chose to start renting aircraft and hire my first employees. So as you can see, I have a few different aircraft on the map here and in my airline. A couple of them I own, one of them right now I rent, and I'm looking to rent one more. So let's take a look and see what aircraft are available for rent in my area. So we're going to come up here to the World tab. We're going to search and generate aircraft, and we're going to choose a list of what is available. I'm going to look for a Cessna Longitude, which is a jet, and we will search. Here's a great tip from Sven2157 in the OnAir Discord community. Great community, and I just went into their community help and asked a question, and I got a whole bunch of information here from Sven and a few others. He says, just because you don't own PD3 or FSX, X-Plane, etc. doesn't mean that your AI can't fly those planes. So there's nothing saying that I can't come over here and rent an FSX Bombardier CRJ7 and play that in OnAir, as long as I don't plan on flying it. But I'm going to go specific for Flight Simulator 2020 by doing the filter, and I'm going to go for the Cessna Longitude right here. So if we were in the flight simulator and I was sitting in a Longitude, I could just click for the search the aircraft I have loaded in my sim, and it would bring it up and show me where it is in the OnAir world. Again, keep in mind that this is the model. This is not a specific airplane. This is just the model that you would be searching for. I'm going to search within 250 miles of my home airport. And now, because I have this selected, that's the model that I'm looking for, and I'm going to search the database. This is going to show me all the aircraft, how far away they are, how many miles are on the plane themselves, and everything I need to know to either rent or purchase the aircraft. So because I'm renting, I really don't care how many hours are on the plane. I do care about the condition because I don't want the thing breaking down on me right after I rent it. It's a pain if you're off somewhere and your plane breaks down and then they leave all the cargo there. One thing that is interesting to note, though, is if your aircraft does break down while you're renting it, you're not responsible for the maintenance. You can click Stop Rent. You will be refunded your rental fee. You will not be penalized, and the owner of the plane will come and get it and return it and put it in maintenance. So I can see that this aircraft right here is 9 miles away from my home base, which sounds perfect. Let's dive deep into this aircraft and take a look. All right, I could buy it right here for $2.163 million. I'm definitely not going to buy this aircraft, even though it's cheap, because it has 42,000 hours of flight time. This specific aircraft is high time after 30,000 hours, so we don't want to purchase this aircraft, in my opinion. I am going to rent it, so we just click the rental, and keep in mind that your $56,100 is a deposit that you will get back if you return the aircraft to this airport with the correct amount of fuel. If you choose to ditch this plane at a different airport, I believe they keep the rental bond, and I do believe they penalize you further money for stopping the rent not at the home airport. Okay, so here's our home base where our Cessna is, and we have our Cessna Longitude Asobo right here. Now we have to find a way to go get it. I can personally not fly it in Microsoft Flight Simulator, so I cannot go get it myself. I have to hire an employee to go get it. I will do an in-depth video on how I choose and hire my staff. I will post a link to that video in the pinned comment and the description down below when it is available. There are some pros and cons to renting, just like there is for renting a car over buying a car. Renting aircraft is a great way to start out. You can make a ton of money while renting aircraft. You can also see here that it definitely eats into your profits when you're paying these rental fees. Which brings us to our next point of purchasing aircraft. So I'm going to purchase a Beechcraft King Air. Right now we have one that we're renting, and I want to purchase one because we're spending a lot of money renting aircraft right now, and we have plenty of money in the bank that we've made off these rental aircraft. We do this by coming over here to World and then search and generate aircraft. You choose it in a list, and I'm looking for a multi-engine turboprop land aircraft. That is the Beechcraft. So let's look at the first aircraft that's in the best shape that's available for sale. So we have one here at 2,876 hours. Again, this aircraft high time from 20,000 hours is what it alerts us. So we have a good 18,000 or 17,000 hours of flying in this Beechcraft that we can do without it becoming high time. So let's take a look at all of the details of the aircraft. Shows our engine hours, our engine price, the 100-hour checkup cost, everything we need to know about this aircraft. The airframe conditions at 95%. Our estimated cost by the expert is $2.1 million. We have 101 gallons of fuel that we're purchasing with the aircraft, and our airframe time, again, is 2876. Over here, it shows all of our attributes of the aircraft. It needs jet fuel. It does not need a co-pilot. That's very important when you're renting or buying aircraft. Gross weight, 6,500. Seats are 9. That is passenger seats, not including the pilot. And then you have our all the other attributes as well. 5,890 payload. That is very important. 5.5 hours of flight time with 1,206 nautical miles. So we're going to go ahead and purchase this aircraft, and we're going to send our pilot down to go grab it. One thing that you want to do before you send him off to go pick up a new plane is to make sure that he has the certification for that plane. We purchased a multi-engine turboprop land. He has that certification. He's good to go. We're going to send him up to CCB4 Davis Inlet. And then we click Start Transportation. It's going to take us 3 hours and 7 minutes. So I'm going to go ahead and let him go up there, and he will go get the aircraft. That's probably what he's going to spend most of his day doing. He will be in transit until 1803 hours, and that is UCT time, not the time on your computer. And as we get back to the live operations map, you can see the pilot has left Maine, but he's got a little transfer button on there, so he's transferring up to Davis Inlet to pick up our aircraft. And to make this plane purchase a little bit more lucrative, we will find work and trips on the way back down to the south as he makes his way south. If you enjoyed this tutorial or you learned something, please drop a like and consider hitting subscribe and setting your notifications to all. Check out the next video in this tutorial series popping up on your top left, or if you'd like to catch my Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020 Career Mode series using OnAir, check out that playlist popping up on your bottom left. On your right, YouTube is showing you another video you may enjoy on my channel. If you also enjoy survival and military games, consider subscribing to my second channel showing up right now. Click any one of those links or one from the pinned comment or description down below, and we will see you over there.